So if we look at that project information, so as I mentioned, this is now sitting on a 360 team. So that central file sits within the cloud, and whether that's one user that needs to access it or multiple users within one company or multiple users within multiple companies, it doesn't really matter. We can set this up in such a way that we grant access to specific users around the globe, people that need to be involved in the design. Again, how this is being set up, you'll see that in a couple of minutes. So what's the benefits of having collaboration for Revit and cloud work sharing, if you will? Well, first of all, in an easy way of doing things, we have now multi-firm concurrent authoring. Again, as I mentioned, multiple companies, multiple users, all working on that same goal, if you will, that same end result that we need to deliver, which is a building. The second aspect is, as I mentioned, the IT setup is non-existent actually. So what we do is there's something called a C4R entitlement, a collaboration for Revit entitlement, which is something you purchase, and from that moment on you're good to go. I'll talk about how this all is combined with different users in different companies and how that central file is being managed. You'll hear all about that in a second when we dive into the presentation itself or the demo itself. And obviously, as I mentioned earlier on, this thing is now sitting in the cloud, so it means that we can immediately use that cloud information into other disciplines or other tools, if you will. So for instance, we can immediately kick in or have structural analysis kick in on that design. We can do renderings immediately on that design, etc., etc. Now, to be quite honest, this is these are interactions, if you will, that we are still developing. Some of them are already in place, but this is definitely where Autodesk is going to integrate all of these tools, if you will, and to make sure that we have the flexibility for end users or for customers to benefit of all these different applications that we have based upon that one design that people are using to design on.